December 20th, 1860, South Carolina seceded from the Union. Within 2 months, they were followed by Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, and Florida. On April 12, 1861, the Confederate Army surrounded Fort Sumter in Charleston, South Carolina. On April 14th, Fort Sumter was captured, and the rebels flew their stars and bars. On April 15th, President Lincoln issued a proclamation calling for 75,000 militiamen. This prompted Virginia to secede from the Union, which was followed by Arkansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina, thus forming the 11 Confederate states with a population of 9 million, including nearly 4 million slaves. The Union has 21 states and a population of over 20 million. On April 19, 1861, President Lincoln ordered a blockade of all southern ports. The Battle at Antietam was the bloodiest day in U.S. military history. By nightfall, there were 26,000 men dead, wounded, or missing.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our forefathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. This world will little know, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they fought here for thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from those honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave their last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people, shall not perish from this earth.
On April 9, 1865, General Robert E. Lee surrenders his Confederate Army to General Ulysses S. Grant at the village of Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia. On April 14, 1865, the Stars and Stripes are once again raised over Fort Sumter. That same night, President Lincoln is shot by James Wilkes Booth while attending a play at Ford's Theater with his wife Mary. The next morning, at 7:22, the president died.